Assalamu alaikum everyone. The topic for today's class is developing countries and topic related to population. And you can see the topic on the screen. Developed countries are basically the countries, the rich countries, and developing countries are the poor nations. And population changes due to changes in birth rate, death rate, as well as net migration. Whenever birth rate increases and death rate remains the same, population will rise. And if death rate increases, then population is expected to fall. And on the other hand, if there is positive net migration, then population will rise. So I believe you know all these features of developed and developing countries as well as the population. Now directly moving to the questions. Question number 62. The charts show the population structure of a country in 1950 and 2010. You can read this chart very carefully. We are provided with the information of different age groups of female and male individuals here, and we have this much population in millions in 2010, and this is in 2000 in 1950. So you can see that the age group 0 to 4 were initially around 2 million people in 1950, and now it is much lesser than 2 million in both age, basically both genders, males as well as females. Okay, so what decreased between 1950 and 2001? And this is clear from the graph that this region is continuously decreasing. If you see that people below age of 15 were initially greater, and now they are basically much lesser as compared to the previous number. So B is correct answer. Number of people below 15 age group basically decreased, because it might be because of lower birth rate, controlled birth rate in the economy. So B is correct answer. Okay, so now moving to question number 66. The table shows data for 4 countries in 2006. On the basis of we are given the information relevant to life expectancy, means how many years people can live, computers per 100 population, percentage of labor force employed in agriculture, and crude birth rate. So on the basis of the information given, what is the likely ranking order of 4 countries in terms of development, starting from the most developed to the least developed? So you have to find out the first country you mentioned here must be in option A, B, C, D. The first country must be the most developed out of these countries, and the last country mentioned must be the least developed country. Okay, so starting with this main feature of developed and developed countries, that is population employed in agriculture sector. So developing the feature of developing nation is that they basically rely more on agriculture sector. So out of these 4 countries, we can see that Bangladesh has more reliance on agriculture sector. So it is the least developed country, right? So in options, we need basically Bangladesh at the end. So in option B, you can see that Bangladesh is shown as least developed country. And out of these 4 countries, after Bangladesh, you can see India is more depending upon agriculture sector. So it will be the second least developed country. And we can see in option B, before Bangladesh, we have India. And afterwards, you can see that Pakistan has more reliance after India on agriculture sector. So Pakistan should be less developed as compared to India. And Egypt is relying least on this out of these countries, least on agriculture sector. So it is the most developed out of these 4 countries. So option B is correct answer. You can also evaluate other options as well, and you will find that option B is verifying all kind of condition. In some developing countries, a large percentage of population is involved in subsistence farming. What can be concluded from this? So we have to basically find out the country which is more relying on farming. So each family will be able to produce enough to live on. This is not true, because if country is mainly relying on farming, it means it would be a least developed country. So many people in such country would not be able to survive, and they will not be getting enough goods to live on. Production is unlikely to be capital intensive. This is correct answer, because the least developed countries basically rely on more labor intensive techniques and less on capital intensive techniques. Capital intensive techniques mean you will be focusing on machinery, technology, and tools, while developing countries are definitely not likely to use that. And they are more labor intensive. Labor intensive means they use more labor as compared to the machinery, technology, and tools. So B is correct answer. Okay, production is unlikely to be capital intensive, because they will be more using labor intensive techniques. Question number 68. A country has a falling birth rate and a rising death rate while increasing number of working age. And you can focus on these two things. Birth rate is rising, birth rate is falling, death rate is rising. It means when birth rate is falling, the people below 16 years of age will decrease. So in option A, it is falling, and option C and D are rising. So we can cross these two options. Death rate is rising. It means now aged population will be less. So the people over 16, over 60 years age will decline. So we can find it in option A. So option, we can also cross option B now. So option A is correct answer. And the people between 16 and 60 will also fall. And now moving to question number 69. The gap in income between rich and poor continues to widen. It means the rich are becoming richer and poor are getting poorer. So the income gap between them is decreasing. Who would be in absolute poverty? And absolute poverty is when a person is unable to fulfill his basic necessities of life for survival. He cannot sustain basically that kind of population. That kind of poverty is known as absolute poverty. And absolute poverty is when you have a lesser income and you cannot satisfy your basic needs. So option A says those in population without any formal employment income. This is not necessary, because you might be earning from informal employment. Those on very low income compared with the rest of population. When we compare our income with someone else's income, it is relative poverty, not absolute poverty. And those who live without financial assistance from the government, it is again not necessary. And those with just minimum level of resource needed to sustain life. So this is the true option, because person with resources lesser than the minimum required level of resources that are needed to survive are basically facing absolute poverty. So option D is correct answer. So this is it. Furthermore, if you are interested to do further questions, this topic contains 69 questions, and each question has been solved and explained at the end of each topic. And if you are interested to do further questions relevant to this topic, then you must have this book, which is shown on the screen. I will give you the link in description as well. You can find it there as well. So this is it. Thank you.